No, Peter, he's not gay. He's a woman stuck in a man's body.
Yeah, gay.
It's totally different.
Sounds the same.
Well, it's not.
Okay, so he wants to be a woman so he can be a lesbian?
No, he'd date men.
Gay.
Yeah, gay.
Boys, the world is nuts. The world has always been nuts. The world is always going to be nuts. There will never be a shortage of things to talk about, break down, and disseminate. But after a good 2, 3, almost 3 year run, I've decided to take a month or so to just relax and chill. And like I said, I'll be doing Garden State Spins, and that's exactly what this is. That's right, boys. Welcome to an episode of Garden State Spin. But before we get into it, just real quickly, if you can, check the links in the description because there's a link to my truth as well as a link to my Rumble where before I come back, I'll start uploading different types of content over there as well as over on Odyssey. I have content that I've done that I'm just not releasing here on this platform. So I'm spending, some time on the internet trying to properly establish myself on other websites, and that's where the last couple of weeks have kind of gone, just finding new outlets, new ways to see what kind of content I can get in from other sources rather than Twitter, who kicked me off recently. So that's really where I've been, what I've been up to internet wise, and what I'm not doing, that which does not take but so much time. I'm working and handling personal stuff. So guys, just right after my birthday, I shall be returning to do uploading regular content, everyday content here on this channel. But before then, if you want to catch me on the internet at all, shoot on over to this Truth or to the Rumble or to the Odyssey, really any other site rather than this. Now, guys, with that being said, let's get into this episode of Garden State Spin. And what do we have before us, huh? We have Straight Pride March outside abortion clinic clashes with 200 protesters. And the Straight Pride thing, as much as I made fun of it as a meme, it's a real thing apparently out in California. And like I said, guys, I mean, there will always be, as long as you're protesting something, well, you invite another side and there will be clashes and wash, rinse, and repeat. I do not particularly understand how people can get so passionate about choices that ultimately, because if you see the sign right here, right, it's defend abortion rights and all this other stuff, and we've gone over this on the channel multiple times, like individuals have individual choices to make, and honestly, abortion is one of those ones that shouldn't be abused in the manner in which it has been, but it is what it is. No vacancies. We're dealing with New York Post right now. NYC struggling to house busloads of migrants as hotel intake center plan falls apart. Overwhelmed city officials are struggling to provide a promised intake center and hotel rooms to migrants being shipped by the busload from Texas to the Big Apple. Sanctuary, right? I mean, trust, most of them probably just hopping on a bus over here to Jersey and squeezing out the droplets of welfare that we got over here. I mean, make no mistake about it, the tri-state area is far more than just New York City, but New York City in and of themselves are being overwhelmed after spending the past 7 years declaring we're a sanctuary state and oh my goodness, and screw federal law, which, guys, for real, all the investigation, but things are a little are a little tied up right now with all the other wonky and bonkers national stuff we got going on. Duke volleyball game in Utah moved after racist abuse hurled at black player. Yes, this young lady right here was called the N-word, N-word, as I've called it several times on the channel. She was called N-word, and somebody said she better watch her back, go into the car and stuff like that. And all I can think of is the soccer players who had bananas thrown at them. I mean, there have been worse cases of abuse. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm sorry, but no. Sweetheart, I don't even think women should be, y'all should be doing all this collegiate athlete and all this other fun stuff. Basically wasting money when real talk, I mean, you're in your first 40 years. By all means, you should be, chilling out and maybe doing the full family thing first. And then after your kids are at a certain point in life, you can go out there and be the strong and career-minded woman that, really a lot of women actually did before all of this. My mother being one of them. But no. We got them out there going out to all these different places and subjecting themselves to people who ultimately, have a whole lot of problems. But according to the because this took place at BYU, it was Duke versus BYU. According to the BYU officials, it was one fan and they got rid of him. So boom. What else do you want? What tar and feathers do you guys want? It's ridiculous. Drop this shit, man. Seriously. New York Post. Pompeo says Afghanistan debacle could lead to new 9/11 type attack on the U.S. Mike Pompeo is a former Secretary of State, and no shit. We left all the weaponry over there. Like it was such. It's been such a freaking disaster. And they continue, and it's really super underplayed right now. Everybody's hyping up the Mar-a-Lago raid. Everybody's hyping up, oh my goodness, Trump's constitutional rights were violated. My God, and honestly, it's one of those things that's really starting to fucking turn me off to this man because, dude, the J6 people, along with countless other people's individual constitutional rights get violated the entirety of the fucking pandemic. I mean, there are entities and people within this world in positions of power who are happy to wipe their ass with our constitutional rights. And so, thusly, it's like, it happened to Trump. No shit. Like, no shit. Like, duh. Like they been came for hours. It's infuriating. But, to tie it all back together, though, once again, Afghanistan shouldn't have gone down the way that it was, but yeah, we all thought Trump was going to get that second term now, didn't we? This is a story that just made me laugh. Quite the beef. Man gleefully chomps kebab in front of animal rights protester in virtual exchange, and he's sitting there just having at it. This Ryan Gosling looking ass dude, yo. You look like Ryan Gosling in Driver. Yo, play on, player. Play on, alright? Chinese residents report string of violent attacks, maybe by same man near Journal Square. Journal Square is Jersey City. Guys, to my yellow brother compatriots in Jersey City, I hope this man is taken off the streets and prosecuted, even though bail reform and the like things have gotten just real bonkers in these areas. And the reason why I'm highlighting the story is that, you know what I'm saying? I know I got a couple of yellow watches. So by all means, guys, please check yourselves. Make sure you eye it. All right, keep your head on the swivel. All right. Okay, and this is we're at NewJersey.com. New Jersey Double Dutch Club empowers black women one jump at a time. Like I said, some of the stories I picked this episode just make me fucking giggle. Okay, sis. Alright, whatever. Do you boop boop. This one doesn't though. This one makes me smile for a wholly completely different reason. Low enrollment for first year and transfer students at Rutgers Camden causing major concerns. I believe Rutgers needs to be completely defunded. This school, it is such a waste of money that it's fucking disgusting. It really is. Don't believe me? That brings us to the next story. Twitter reacts to Rutgers, New Jersey football spending $450,000 on DoorDash. This college is a money pit. It is draining this state, and it needs to be reined the fuck in. They employ that cunt Professor Crunk. Jesus. Nah. This gotta change. But the thing is, and here's the big problem, guys. Rutgers owns the state legislature because it's a college. College, our kids, our children, wham, wham, wham. And what have I told you? Policy and wasting money is always circle around. Like always seems to find its way around doing something for quote unquote our. I ain't blow a load in none of y'all bitches and made none of these little assholes, but quote unquote our children. Fuck out of here. This is a money pit, guys. It is a sinkhole, and it needs to be ranked the fuck in. Lock up weed, but not guns, says New Jersey lawmakers. Yeah, this moron is Kevin Rooney. And he's like, oh, yeah, what it's basically saying is, oh, well, don't worry, it's Second Amendment. Yeah, you got the constitutional right to bear arms, but you don't have the constitutional right to bear weed. So now if you are a legal Jersey purveyor of pot, purchaser of pot, you should be legally required to lock up your pot, and particularly if you have children, which, responsible parenting is responsible parenting, but it's not the state's fucking place to tell parents how to raise their kids, or really, it's not just a place to really do any of that shit. I mean, I understand the concern. I completely get it. But it's this nanny state bullshit. And this is coming from a Republican. It's this nanny state bullshit that don't know no political party. I promise you. New Jersey childcare industry struggling to regain workers, report fines. I hope all of these broads are at home raising their own damn kids. I really do. I hope all these broads are at home raising their own kids. And that's why you have such a shortage. And now we're at NewJersey.com. That was NJ 101.5. Now we're at NewJersey.com. Booker at 3%. Murphy at 1% in Democratic presidential poll. Hey, assholes. You will never be president. Ever. In this lifetime. In this world. With America. I mean, yeah, the Biden thing. All the tricks that they use for Biden are tricks that they can't get away with another fucking time. So, I mean, outside of straight up just, hey, yeah, and they've basically done it, but still, like, they've done everything without full on saying we've gone full authoritarian, tyrannical, because that's what we're under right now with the Biden bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But the steps that created that cataclysm of nonsense, yeah, they're not going to be there for you. Those cheat codes that they used, the fortification is a trick that you can only get away with once. So best of fucking luck, you assholes. You're never going to be president. And it's beautiful to know. In competitive New Jersey districts, Biden's student loans plan draws bipartisan skepticism. Yeah, since I've been gone, Biden said he's going to take care of $10,000 on student loan. Blah, 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 woo, please vote for me. That's all that shit is. Please, blase, woo, please vote boo. All right, that's all it is. But oh my goodness, yeah, I'm gonna do this great, fantastical thing, and that's the other thing that the media's really just sunk its teeth in, and ignoring all of the other just the straight up bullshit. Speaking of the straight up nonsense, yeah, that slow, quiet walk back of the bullshit. New Jersey courts lift social distancing masking rules. It's been time for midterms. Funny how that worked. Real funny how that works. Numerous Republicans turned down League of Women Voters debates. Now, as someone who loves a fantastic debate, I like to see the intellectual battle take place. It's actually a really fun thing to see if you are actually dealing with charming and charismatic people, as opposed to just the most boring individuals in the world, just silently making their points. And it's two different things. So I do love debates, but I get why they did this. I shit on the New Jersey GOP all the time because they're terrible and they're awful and they're completely in on the fucking scam. But in this one, I'm going to give them a little bit of props because they said themselves, hey, this is a progressive group. They are Dems all the way. Why would we show the fuck up? And you know what? I gotta say, respect, all right? Respect Morris Dems, or not Morris Dems, Morris Republicans for being like, yeah, ladies, we good on that one. But trust me, Republicans, you do have a feminism problem of your own. And this is finally over at Save Jersey. Free speech assault. In GOP's NJEA parody video knocked off of YouTube. That's right. Now that well, I just praised the New Jersey GOP. Now I get to completely shit on the New Jersey GOP because see, the deal is that they were completely silent and said absolutely nothing as the sex ed curriculum that quote unquote parents are now discovering. The thing that I said would happen all the way back 2-3 years ago, it's happened, and now people are pissed about all of these different all of this different curriculum that has nothing to do with the science behind reproduction or anything else being involved with the schools. Like they basically have come out and said, no, these aren't your children, they're our children. And now finally parents are noticing. Thing is that, hey, in JGOP, you were there the entire time. These things made it past committee. All of these different policies that are in place right now got through you without you saying a fucking word. You guys were silent as people really. I've talked about several of them, including that Francis lady, and several others who tried to say, hey, yeah, what the hell, and got completely eviscerated in the media for it. So go fuck yourself, New Jersey GOP, okay? I mean, you're sitting here complaining about a video that was taken off of YouTube, when in reality, the video should never exist. None of these complaints should exist. You shouldn't have sat here for the past 50, 60 years and completely left and completely let this monopoly, you know what I'm saying? It's basically a game of political monopoly here in the great state of New Jersey that happens at a county level, where it's either Republican or Democrat, and guess what? Neither one goes in on either one's turf and shit. So thusly, there's no real competition, and the supermajority that's been created over the past 50, 60 years by the Democrats is really the fault of the Republican Party for not offering genuine and true opposition to the insane fucking ideas that have been allowed to permeate, the insane anti-American ideas that have been allowed to permeate throughout the state legislature, to whereas we are just, man, if this wasn't home, I wouldn't be here. Screwed. All right? So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you like it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day? Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and are the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out on Odyssey as well, with links in the description. And speak. Let me know what do you guys think in the comments. Let's stop BS. And there's only one half decent, she's 19, so it's fine. But sweetie, yeah, you like real talk, just save the career stuff and all this other fun stuff. What, you going to be a professional volleyball player? Are you playing for the scholarship? Come on, yeah. Just chill, relax, and plus, once again, it is not the worst thing in the world to happen. But I know how people are so sensitive. The deal is that we cannot build, this world can't be built and can't be maintained by an individual's sensitivity. I'm sorry, it just don't work like that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's you are an individual. You have to come to grips with shit yourself. And that's one of the things that I've been really trying to spend the past month or so doing. I myself, see how I like to wrap everything all the way back around? No matter how long it takes. Holy shit, 18 minutes. And this time it really took me a minute. But once again, guys, this is the only video you're getting for another couple of weeks. Well, not really. I might do another Garden State spin before my return, maybe next week or so. And also I will be doing the content over on Rumble, and I will be uploading things like content that I just have in the bag up on Odyssey and Rumble and Bitchute and so by all means, please come check me out on over there. All right, so guys, with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments as usual, and until the next one.
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Every breath I take without your permission raises my self-esteem.